What's going on, guys? So today's video is a little bit more serious. I wanted to make an announcement. It's gonna be a little personal and intimate. I don't want to say too much about what I'm going to say in this video because a lot of things are uncertain, but I guess it's a good idea to kind of put out some of the feelings that I have so far, like the thoughts and then feelings and everything. Especially after coming back from vacation, I felt a lot about different things, about my lifestyle, in terms of what kind of jobs I want to be having in the future, and in what kind of places I want to live, with the weather, food, countries and cities, and overall lifestyle. So I'm gonna talk about this because this is gonna impact a lot in my life in the future. But I've given a lot of time and I've given a lot of time for this decision to come down to this decision. But basically, to get to the point of this video, I decided to become. So long story short, I came back from Thailand. I did a scuba diving and it was awesome, and I loved beach life, island life. Think about nighttime beach walk. Dusk, sunset, and stargazing. You were seeing all those videos in the previous videos, like Thailand vlog videos. But just my passions, like flying drone, taking videos and photos, and also walking around the beach, being in nature, under the sun. I love sun and the beach and the ocean, and that was kind of my dream kind of lifestyle. And my dream is to have a dog, a border collie or Shiba Inu. I think border collie first, and then Shiba Inu second, and maybe I have cats as well. And I'm gonna live right by the beach. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be living in an island, but I'm gonna definitely be. I want to live by the beach, and just go for a walk on the beach, along the beach, sunset, dusk. Take a dog for a walk and maybe scuba dive or snorkeling. Just stay near the beach, ocean, sunset, sun, dusk, stargazing, beautiful sky at the nighttime. And I want to have a jet ski as well, so that I can hop onto the jet ski, fly my drone from above sky, and then have my dog back behind me on my jet ski, and just enjoy the beauty of the ocean. Kind of the way I felt about scuba diving was that once you go under the water, it feels like different world. It's kind of you are in a float tank. You are meditating with this weird sound, like a vibrating sound you can hear, and also the oxygen, like the air coming from your regulator. It was so amazing. So I'm sorry, it's being a long intro, but basically this video is about me going to become a professional scuba diver. So I'm going to quit software engineering job. I know it's a really nice job, pays me 6-figure salary and whatnot, and it could give you a flexibility to work from home or work from different countries. As long as you have a computer and the internet and you have a brain, then you are able to work from anywhere else. And that's the beauty of software engineering in a modern society. But I'm in such a privileged position to have this job, but I realize life is too short, and time is now because I went to vacation and I loved it, and came back here. It's colder, weather is cold, and the food sucks. I feel like I'm eating dog food in Germany. Just kidding, but yeah, I decided to pursue diving instructor, professional diving instructor. So I could live in like PP or Bali or Philippines, and I'll be teaching diving every day, and maybe part time I can work from a laptop on the weekends or whatnot. Basically, once I have license, all the licenses, then I could go anywhere and dive and also teach possibly, and also I can work from laptop. So that's an announcement. I'm going to leave Germany. I'm going to quit my job, software engineering job. I know I just moved here 11 months ago from Canada, Vancouver, but I decided to, I thought a lot about whether I should stick with current plan and then stay in Germany for 1 more year. But like 1 more year, like putting my life on hold in terms of like my goals and my ambition and my passion. I felt like I would be like, what would I get in return? Maybe I get more money, like saving, or maybe German permanent residency visa if I wait 1 more year, stick to this current plan. Or if I decide right now, then I can go to islands, beautiful places. You never know, I might die tomorrow. So that's why like I want to live my life as if there's no tomorrow. And that's the kind of favorite concept that I got from the movie by Justin Timberlake, title called In Time. It's really about our life is limited, our time is limited. We're gonna be on this, on this earth, planet Earth, and in this world for only short time. So we need to live our life to the fullest. We should be doing what we want to do. The craziest adventures you wanted to get on, you should do it, because if you're playing it safe and you feel like, oh, I should be doing this and do that, the what societies and the friends and the parents and everybody else tells you what you should be doing to have a good life, supposedly good life, then you're gonna be ending up studying for parents, starting to impress your friends and parents, starting to get into a good named university, and then apply for good big companies to get a decent job, and then work hard and then get promoted and maybe get married and have buy a house, buy a car, and supposedly you look good from outside because you have such an accomplishment in life, like a good university, a good company, and a wife or husband, and a house and a car and kids. But maybe your passion is like inside your heart might be dying down. Maybe you're suppressing one of the craziest like inner passion or craziest thing that you've been thinking about since you're a kid. Maybe you wanted to be a pilot. Maybe you want to fly around the world. Or maybe you want to be a scuba diving instructor. Maybe you want to be a skydiving instructor. Or you could be traveling. You could be pursuing your passion for music, violin, whatever that is. Maybe you told yourself, like your younger self, that this is not realistic goal. I need to get a job, 9 to 5. I need to get a stable job to make my parents feel proud, or make my wife and husband, or boyfriend, and girlfriend feel proud of me because I work at such a big name companies and I have decent stable job. That might be what your inner voice is telling you, but inner voice is influenced by other people like parents, colleagues, teachers, friends, right? Cousins, relatives. But you know what? You realize around 29, 28, 27, after working for 3-5 years at the company, you start questioning yourself, like, is this all I got in my life? Like, am I like living my life to the fullest? Is there something else that I can do in my life other than like this? Because your job might not be something that you might be passionate about. If your job is it's exactly the same as your passion, then that's congratulations. You are one of the top 0.0003 or 5% of people who are super lucky to have that, your true passion as your job. So I realized, all sorts of, I thought about this, stuff that I just mentioned, and I realized time is now. I don't want to waste my time anymore. Time, energy, money, whatnot, because time is limited. You can have infinite amount of money. You can have a lot of you can always make money as long as you have skills. I have skills, software engineering skills, so I can always come back to the same software engineering job and I can make 6 figures, and I can still do remote job. But time, only thing that we cannot buy back is time. We cannot buy back yesterday or just 10 minutes ago, right? So this is a thing, this is limited, finite. Our time at this time, this my energy, my passion, and my feeling and my emotion, right now, everything, this whole thing as a living creature, we can never get back. So if we are living our lives as if there's always tomorrow, there's always next week, there's always next month and next year, then we're gonna miss so many things that we could have done if we wanted to. And then we just let, realize, that red flower on the corner, you might not notice it because you're so stuck in the routine. And that's just something that I wanted to tell you guys. The gist is, I want to live my life as if there's no tomorrow. I want to live my life with no regrets. And there are a lot of fears surrounding ourselves, like, oh, if I quit my job, my parents or my friends and my colleagues gonna think I'm stupid because leaving a job that's like 6 figures and flexibility, and that everybody might want to get. You're leaving the job. Maybe you're a lawyer and you might quit your lawyer job. Maybe you're a doctor and you might want to quit because work-life balance is shitty. Maybe you're working as a lawyer and you're super depressed because that's not your passion. Maybe you're a doctor, but you became doctor because your parents and then your cousins, grandparents have been doctor, and only because of that. And you did that. You studied really hard to just impress your parents, just to not disappoint your parents and your friends and the whole family to become a doctor. But you realize 28, 29, 30, that conflict between your inner truth, your intuition, your feelings are conflicting with your kind of 9-to-5 corporate job or whatever the professions you do have right now, because we spend 60-70%, more than half of the time working, right? And then maybe 20-30% sleeping. And we only have 60-70% at work and then 20-30% sleeping, and then maybe 10% commuting or chores and cooking and cleaning. We only have less than 3% of our entire time in this life for our personal stuff, like hobby and everything. So if we don't like the 60% of time that we devote ourselves to work, we are wasting 60% of time in our life for something that we don't want to do. So that's why it's so important to hook this job, 9-to-5 or whatever the professions you're doing right now, with something you're passionate about, to make them get closer, have an overlap. And that's what I'm trying to do, because I don't want to live my life with a lot of lies. I don't want to live my life with a fake mask put on my face, like pretending like I love my job, I love my life, I love commuting, or I love eating. Just, I'm not saying like I hate my job or anything, but if you hate your job and then you pretend like, oh, well, life is great, I have a stable job, but you spend 60-70% of your life time in your work. So you should be doing something you're passionate about. So that's what I thought about. So, definitely I want to do something more what I'm passionate about, that I feel, the truth, inner truth, and after reading a lot of books about like The Code of the Extraordinary Mind by Vishen Rakhiani, we should be pursuing something that we are passionate about, not the things that the society is telling us about: good job, good university, and good cars and house, and a lot of stuff that society is telling us is actually not gonna make us happy, because those are for companies to make money. There's some ulterior motives behind those advertisements. University is actually business, education business, and they teach not many useful stuff. Same as a house, car, they're all for marketing and advertisement. You don't need a car, expensive car, to feel happy. It's just we are programmed by commercials, TV commercials and advertisement, to feel like we need to have that to feel happy, to feel enough. And I don't want any of those, because I reprogram my brain to rewire my brain to think independently and critically, that to find out what I love, the deep meaning of my life, like meaning of life. I read the book, The Man's Search for Meaning, by Viktor Frankl end of last year. Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson, which is based on Man's Search for Meaning. And also read the new book, Daring Greatly. It's about vulnerability book, and then there are a lot of people suffering from low self-esteem, shame, and guilt, embarrassment. And I have that issue too. But anyways, I don't want to live my life to impress somebody my life is for my life. If I die, I'm gonna, like if I live my life, I live my life for myself, not to my parents, not the random strangers to impress them, because I don't even like them. They're strangers. So that's the point, guys. The big announcement here is that I'm going to quit my software engineering job. I know it pays so well, all that kind of stuff, but none of that stuff matters. I want to follow my passion. And then this is not really a mistake, because I can always come back to the job if I want to, because I still retain my skills. It's not like end of the world by quitting. People are terrified of the idea of quitting because they think they're gonna lose everything. The fame and resume and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? You're not gonna die, right? You're not gonna die. You have the skills. And in 6 months, if you're bored, if you change your mind, you can always come back. 6 months is nothing. You just say you took sabbatical, like on vacations, or finding myself kind of journey, whatever that is. So I'm gonna quit my job, gonna be a scuba diving instructor. I'm gonna live in the beach. I'm gonna buy a jet ski. I'm gonna fly my drone. Not all the time, not everything at one time, but in the future though. And that's a thing. And I forgot to tell you guys, I'm going back to Japan. So I'm gonna leave Germany. I'm going back to Japan, not Canada. So Canada, I have permanent residency, but I'm not going back. That place is cold and depressing as hell, except the summer. So yeah. So a lot of moving things around, life, after 11 months in Germany, I'm already moving back, like leaving the country and going back to Japan. But yeah, I'm going to be living in Japan, super excited because food is amazing. I want to eat sashimi and the veggies, I like sansho, hijiki, kiriboshi daikon, goma tofu, I like the gindara, Kyoto no gindara. And then, of course, otoro, tuna, fari tuna, sea urchin. I like buri daikon. All those stuff, sanma, aji no hiraki. All those, seafood and the veggies I want to eat. And that's the reason why I decided to, go back to Japan. It's kind of funny because I left Japan 9 years ago, and now I'm going back after a full circle. Going to New Zealand, Canada, United States, and then Czech Republic, and then Germany, and then I'm going back to Japan. But that's a life, and it's nothing to worry about because, if you don't take risk, then nothing better is going to come out. The worst thing is not to take a risk. And even if I fail, even if I feel like I made a mistake, I can always come back. There's always jobs. Actually, this job, with my skills, there's always jobs. Always recruiters headhunting me. So no worries. So that's the thing. I want to live my life true to myself. I don't want to lie to myself anymore. We've spent a lot of time lying and suppressing our emotions by studying hard, going to university, and then getting a job, and then work hard for 3, 5, 10 years, 20 years, pay for mortgages and then car loans, and then your life's gonna be good. Actually not. 30, 35, you're gonna realize, what the heck am I doing? Is this the life that I wanted to? That's a mid-30 life crisis. So I don't want to do that. I've read a lot of people running about those experiences, and I don't want to be like that. So that's why, I've always taken risks. Moving from Japan to Canada, I took a lot of risk. Moving from Canada, leaving my job in Canada to Germany, it was scary. But leaving in Germany and then going back to Japan, it's also scary too, and it's a risk as well. But you know what? Beyond the risk, there are a lot of great freedom and abundance and passion and passion. I want to live my life as if there's no tomorrow. So that's the message, guys. Don't regret your life by not doing things. Regret doing it by making mistakes. It's better to do than regret not doing it. With that said, that was the message of this video. Yeah, going back to Japan. That's all. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Oh, by the way, this is April Fool video. Haha.